Hi everyone, another painting video today. I finished yesterday. I was able to do a lot of painting. It was a nice, pretty relaxing Easter Sunday at the time of filming, so I was able to finish this unit, and I did another war wagon. These are Khurasan miniatures. I think these are their Sipahi of the port pack. So these are Ottoman cavalry. I think they're sculpted to be, like I said, the Sipahi of the ports. That would be like the household cavalry, I think. But I had decided to give them red feathers just to, if I wanted to cross them over as Safavid Persian heavy cavalry, because the Safavids tended to wear like a red headgear, but they can be used as Ottomans as well. I actually was able to do some patterns on the barding. This is, you know, the horse barding would have typically been pretty patterned with a lot of bright colors, so I was actually able to do that. One thing that helped on these Khurasan figures is some of them have this kind of lattice sculpted in, so it's easier to paint like stripes, or like this, I did kind of a checkerboard type thing. But then even on the kind of flat surfaces, I was able to do a decent pattern, which is kind of new for me. Usually I'm not very good at this kind of like freehand work, but the sculpting kind of helps with that. So I didn't do, I did green on the shields, just to, so, you know, when I'm organizing the figures for gaming or storage, just so I know that they belong to the same unit. I might add a command base to this one in the future, but not for, but, you know, for right now, it's fine. It's finished as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I did a couple, you know, tried to mix it up. I thought this kind of barding would be good to try to use some other colors I don't use as much in my collection. And I hope the lighting is better. I pushed like the cutting mat back closer because there's this there's a fluorescent light built into this desk, which should help a bit. Yeah. Yeah, I did, this one is more basic, but yeah, I tried to do some patterns, and I think they turned out pretty well. And the other thing I did, did another war wagon. I've been painting these pretty quickly and not doing like a really detailed paint job because while I like how these look and the effect of them in a group, they're just not that fun to paint, to try and paint the figures in the, especially to get the details on the figures. So I've just been doing these really quickly because I couldn't foresee. This is the kind of thing where if I don't paint it now and try to get it finished in the near future, next month or so, I can foresee this stuff just sitting on my pile and in storage and not never being used, and I really don't want to do that. So I got another one done, and just did some pretty basic colors on it, and yeah, nothing too complicated. So the good thing about these wagons is if I want to use in other games, like just one or two to represent like a supply chain, or like the, you know, the camp followers, they would be useful for that too, because not all of them have cannons. Only a few of them actually have cannons. But I've got two more. I've got another one with guns, and with a gun, I should say, artillery piece, and then I've got another one that's just got the two arquebusiers sitting there. So trying to get those done, because, you know, these figures, which I don't really like painting all that much, it's kind of like the pike and shot artillery crews that I still have. I never finished in 28 mil, and you know, I think that's something that yeah, I'd just rather get it done and then have it be finished and playable and not have to worry about waiting. I've got another artillery set to do, but sitting here. Oh, and this is also quickly. This is the kind of command unit for the war wagon. So they go like inside, kind of the. If you set it up as like a wagon fort, they kind of go on the inside. And the base is somewhere around here. I got to look for that. But anyway, yeah. And then I've got another Ottoman. This is Ottoman artillery and crew. I think I'll base that up. I have a bunch of the Warlord 40 by 40 millimeter plastic bases, so I've been using those for the artillery for my 15 millimeter stuff, and I've got a ton of those, so I think I'll just stick with using those for the artillery crews. Yeah, this is also Khurasan. This is Khurasan. This is Fire and Sword Wargamer Poland. Yeah, so good medium gun. Yeah, by the early 16th century, the Ottomans had a lot of different types of artillery, like all different sizes. They still had the heavy siege guns, but they also had a lot of like medium and light guns. And like the light guns probably would have been more something like this, although when you look at I've looked at one account book from it was called the Jebehane Amire, so basically the Imperial Armory. They don't really explain precisely what certain things were, so like the size of like the light gun versus the larger gun, or the one puzzle I have on this project I've been working on, hopefully for a publication, is they also have like a difference between large and short muskets, and this is like 1522, so this is pretty early, or relatively early. I'm guessing that's probably like more like an arquebus versus like the Janissaries were known to have pretty large muskets, large muskets. But yeah, it's not always clear what they meant by that, or what the loads, like the black powder loads in those would have been. Although the channel, he does a lot of black powder shooting. Captain Ball, he's a Hungarian scholar. Actually, he's a historian, I think. For his real job, he's done a bunch of videos with some research about the loads in arquebuses they've found in the Hungarian battlefields, which is very interesting. So I'm hoping someday I could get some kind of grant after I get my doctorate to. If I could work with some archaeologists to try and do that with like the Ottoman, or weapons you could identify as actually Ottoman positively, that would be interesting, because they find like the powder loads and some of the muskets, because not every soldier is going to fire his weapon, and they get dropped, or the soldier dies, unfortunately, as it goes in battle. So would be interesting. Would be interesting to try and do that for the Ottoman side also, because that's like another thing I've been wondering about, is the accoutrements for the Ottomans, because in a lot of the depictions of Janissaries, either in the miniature paintings or the yeah, or like the European costume books. So like a famous one, it's called the Ralam costume book. It's really seen in most like popular books that talk about the Ottoman Empire in the 16th, 17th century. You've probably seen those, even if you don't know. That's what you're looking at, which is in the library. If you go to the Library of Congress website and you search the RALAM costume book, you can find it, and then scan the whole thing. But yeah, you'd never see Janissaries with like a bandolier like a European soldier would, or You know, usually they have like a powder horn or, you know, something like that. Um, yeah, just something I wonder. Maybe they had like a paper cartridge or something like that. That's the total speculation. I want to emphasize that, but I don't think it would be completely unrealistic, you know, that they would have had something like that. But it's hard to say. Okay, that was a lot of historical speculation, but anyway, that's what I've been working on, and I've got more in storage to paint. I've got, like I said, I'm gonna try and chip away at these, get these done, because I've only got 2 more to do, and then and it's mostly browns anyway, so it's pretty fast painting in the grand scheme of things. And then I've got a lot to paint in my, got to set up a box that's all my stuff, like to paint stuff. Go ahead and show it. This is all Ottomans and Transylvanians and some Crimean Tatars. That's Ottomans from Fire and Sword. This is all Fire and Sword stuff. Or these guys. Yeah, these are Fire and Sword Tatars. So I've got Transylvanians, a couple of units. I've got Tatars. I've got the Cossack infantrymen. Oh no, sorry, those aren't the Cossack infantrymen. Yeah, those are the Cossack infantrymen. So I don't know if there's something you guys would like to see sooner. Maybe you know, leave a comment. Yeah, I've got a lot in here. Like I said, we've got Transylvanians, a couple different units. I've got Cossack infantry. I've got mounted Tatars with spears. Got more Ottoman cavalry, but I kind of want to hold off on those. Those are other Transylvanians. So yeah, if you have any thoughts, or if you have something you'd like to see painted on the channel, let me know, and I'll try to get going on it. Yeah, if you guys pick a unit, I could probably prepare ahead of time to like just do a little bit of basic research and talk about it, especially some of these Transylvanian forces, which are quite interesting. Okay, all right, that's the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all in the next one.